What is up, everyone? So today I've been playing some NatDex Monotype Mono Normal. So normal is probably one of the most underrated types in the game, I feel. It has a lot of strong tools, and I don't think people often understand how good its defensive core can be with things like Blissey, Porygon 2, as well as having a lot of offensive threats like Porygon Z, Mega Lopunny. But as you can see from the team preview here, I actually have very little of these Pokemon, and I'm going for a more offensive normal today. You'll see some of the same staples as always, but overall I wanted to see if I can make Arsaluna work, as well as some other tricky Pokemon. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into the team. So first off, we have Arsaluna, and this thing's been a hot topic of discussion lately, and you can understand why. Now, its stats look pretty impressive on paper, with low special attack and low speed and okay special defense. Its HP stat is massive, making it quite bulky on the physical side, and its attack stat is pretty huge at base 140, but it does not stop there. It also gets Guts and Flame Orb, so this thing is actually 1.5 times what you see here, so it has over 600 attack, and yes, that pairs well with Facade, which is stab boosted 140 base attack, coming off over 600 attack stat. That is, of course, insanely powerful and going to OHKO pretty much the majority of the roster in basically every Pokemon that does not resist it. If you're not a Rock, Ghost, or Steel type, yeah, you're probably down to Facade. Simple as that. It also gets Swords Dance, which is kind of unnecessary, a bit overkill, but you can Swords Dance to become even stronger, so you can absolutely blast through even resists. If you're not a Ghost type, you die to +2 Facade. It's as simple as that. There's no argument here to be made. It is just that strong. So I also encourage you to use a minus speed nature, and you'll see why when we get to Porygon 2. It also gets Headlong Rush in case you are fighting something that resists normal. Headlong Rush is also 120 base stab. Insanely powerful. A bit stronger than Earthquake, and also it's not weakened by grassy terrain. It's a fairly rare circumstance when that would ever come into play, but it does come into play in case you want that bit of extra power. And finally we have Crunch here for Ghost types who will eat my Facade and potentially eat my Headlong Rush if it's something like the balloon, Drifloon. Now, instead you don't want Crunch, you can run things like Drain Punch, which is pretty good for longevity if you want that bit of recovery, and it's also good against Steel types, much like Headlong Rush. Personally, I like Crunch a bit for Ghost types, but Drain Punch is there equally if you want it. Next up we have Porygon 2, and Porygon 2 is going to be completely... I remember I'm actually missing his stats here. That should be Force Bidef. So this is a completely team support focused Porygon 2 with Trick Room and Teleport. This is really good to teleport into Arsaluna after getting a Trick Room, which will have 3 turns of going absolutely bonkers. So Teleport is also negative priority switch, so I'll take the damage first, swap into Arsaluna, and Arsaluna will activate its Flame Orb that same turn, which is fantastic. It lets this thing just go crazy for 3 turns and start killing things left, right, and center. It is going to be a physically defensive Porygon 2. You can run especially defensive Porygon 2 as well if you want. I went first physically defensive because I don't have a huge amount of options versus physical attackers on this team, and it already has pretty good SPDF as it is. Of course, Eviolite is super important, and Trace is very, very, very good. It's good for tracing things like Soundproof and Komodo to block potentially Clang or Soul Blaze. You can trace Flash Fire, Heatran, you can trace Volt Absorb on Zero Aura. There's just tons of good abilities to trace, and it could come in clutch if you know exactly when to use it. Toxic is also there for team support because there are some things on my team that I need to whittle down very slowly, and Porygon 2 can do so while spamming Recover as well. Now, unfortunately, the recovery nerf is very bad. It reduced from 16 PP to 8 PP, which really hurts Porygon 2's viability, but it's still far from bad, all things considered. Next up, we have Hisuian Zoroark, and you're going to be kind of surprised you see Modest Nature. Typically speaking, you'll see a Timid Nature Hisuian Zoroark, but I like that tiny bit of extra special attack, personally. It pairs well with the Trickery, and I like to disguise it as a Cyclizard at game openings. With choice specs, you get very respectable special attack stat, which is going to do huge damage with things like Stab Shadow Ball, Stab Viper Voice, and of course Flamethrower, which is good for breaking through Steel types in the tier, which could otherwise eat a lot of my stab moves. Trick is also good for just stopping setup or stopping walls that could otherwise wall Zoroark, especially if they get to Cyclizard. Maybe they're going to try attack me, maybe they're going to try set up in my face, and I actually trick them with choice specs, and suddenly they're completely rendered useless later on in the game. Speaking of Cyclizard, You're not going to see Shed Tail here. You're actually going to see an Adamant Choice Band Cyclizard with Regenerator. So this is kind of a strange one. You can also happily run Shed Skin if you want to try and shrug off things like Burn or Paralysis. It's honestly pretty good because Cyclizard is kind of more of a one and done Pokemon. I'm not sure if you're going to get Regenerator up that much in this game or with this team, but it's worth a try all the same. So moveset wise, we have Knockoff, which is good team support, as well as being pretty strong against Ghosts, which of course can give my team a bit of trouble. Ice Spinner is there for opposing dragons. Now, of course, you can also Outrage if you want to lock yourself into that, but Ice Spinner is just good against dragons and flying types as well. And finally, we have Rapid Spin, which is good team support, but also hitting surprisingly hard. Though only base 50 seems like it'd be super weak, but with the stab on it and Choice Band Adamant, it's going to hit respectably good and will boost your speed as well as stage, so it's kind of nice for breaking through like late game sashes or something. I forgot to mention Outrage, but it's just very strong stab, so not much to mention there. 120 base stab coming off over 450 attack is pretty good. So this thing is more so to catch the jump on your opponent. Most people expect this to be like Shed Tail or something and maybe go into a wall or something that can otherwise break it, and they get hit by a surprise banded Outrage, which can hurt a lot. Next up we have the classic Ditto. So Ditto is fantastic just to copy your opponent with Imposter. I will still say make sure you have 299 HP instead of 300 HP, because otherwise you will die to Spikes or Stealth Rocks after a certain amount of turns. Because Pokemon, the way rounding works, you'll actually get one extra swap in if you have an uneven amount of HP like Ditto does here. Other than that, not much to say. Just make sure you're Imposter to copy your opponent. You can copy stat changes and everything. So in case you're against maybe a Dragon Dance Dragonite or a Quiver Dance Volcarona, you can copy it and reverse sweep your opponent, which is super crucial. Finally, we have Mega Lopunny. Mega Lopunny is going to be Limber as well. Make sure you're Limber before you Mega Evolve so you can swap in against things like Thunder Wave, Glare, or not be static paralyzed against things like Zapdos. Fake Out is there, which is nice to kind of fake out, swap, fake out, swap, fake out, swap. It can be used to whittle down opponents late game, which could otherwise potentially sweep me if your Ditto is gone. Return is respectable stab. You can also run Frustration if you want, if you're worried about opposing Dittos copying you. But that said, opposing Dittos are always going to close combat, so there's not a huge difference whether you're using Return or Frustration here. Close combat is very respectable stab. I like it a bit more than high jump kick. I just don't like the accuracy on high jump kick being 90, because if you do miss, it is insanely bad for you. And finally, we have Encore. Encore is great to stop setup, which can be kind of annoying for Lopunny, or maybe lock something into a Synthesis or Roost or Recovery, and you can slowly whittle their PP down, which is quite good. You can also Encore onto screens, for example, or any kind of weakened attacks. It can be quite good for team support. Also opens up things like Porygon 2 to go into Ursaluna, or potentially Zoroark or Cyclizard just to outright get a KO. So that's going to be the team for today. Arguably not the most viable team, or not the best normal team. I think normal typically speaks to or stays with, a Chansey Porygon 2 core with a bird for defogging and for fighting types. Then maybe Porygon Z with Z-Move, Lopunny, Beware, Ditto, that kind of stuff. But I wanted to try be a bit different today, spice things up a little bit and not just use the same team I always use. So before I jump into some games, I have to ask you, what is your new favorite normal type introduced in Generation 9? Mine's probably Arsaluna. I'm a big fan of Ursaring and Teddiursa as it is, and I think it's a great new addition to the line. Also, this thing is just ridiculously strong, so it's pretty cool to see. So with that out of the way, let's jump into some games. So we have a game against Mono Ghost. This matchup can be tough. I do really value Lopunny in this game, actually. It's quite strong against their team, thanks to Scrappy. Ditto's also pretty nice, as well as my own Zoroark. They don't have Zoroark as well, which I really, really like, actually. The bear can do a lot too in Trick Room, thanks to Crunch, but I think I open up a Cyclizard here. And I'm going to disguise my Zoroark as Porygon 2 to make it look more passive than it actually is. They open up a Sableye here. Honestly, I kind of want to Outrage. Just stab, banded Outrage here, does a good chunk of damage. Of course, they could easily get in their Mimikyu. Not great for me, but overall it's fine. They Swords Dance. I think they Drain Punch here. I guess I sack Ursaluna. It's probably the weakest in this team because we do have banded Cyclizard to do a lot of damage. Obviously that's going to do a ton. I just need to break their Sash, then I can copy with Ditto. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to copy with Ditto. I can Fake Out to break their Disguise here, and then return kill. Because they can't Shadow Sneak me, and I am faster. Pretty nice for me. Okay, they go into Corsola. That's fine. They could Rocks here. I kind of want to go Cyclizard. I think I always keep Lopunny healthy for this. Let's go Cyclizard. If they burn me, it's kind of annoying, but I'm just going to Banded Knockoff here. Yes, give me Skeledirge. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Rocks don't bother me too much. Now, Gholdengo is kind of scary. Are you Choice Scarf? I guess I don't value this too much. Oh, that's defensive? Okay. It's like a Z move. Hey, I'm going to knock you again. I do not care. And if they go Spectrier, they can't be sub and beat me. I know you're going to Wisp me here or like Strength Sap, whatever, that's fine. As long as I take care of your Eviolite, it's pretty good for me. Wisp is whatever. I'll go Pori here. I'm going to try Toxic, whatever comes in. This is fine. We're going to Toxic you. Please don't miss. If they go Mimikyu, I always teleport into Lopunny. If they go Spectrier... Yeah, perfect. We always teleport here. They Swords Dance, not a worry. Lopunny comes out. I'm pretty sure Disguise doesn't stop this from being flinched, right? We're about to find out anyway. There you go. And my opponent ends up forfeiting. Pretty nice. Now, I will say, I do think Normal has the advantage of this matchup. I think Lopunny, I think Zoroark, Hisuian are very strong against the Ghost type, so pretty nice matchup for me all the same. And with that, let's look for another game. So here we have a game against Mono Water. Looking at Donzo is pretty threatening. Honestly, so is Barraskewda. I feel like they open up with Pelipper, and for that reason, I'm going to open up with my Zoroark and try and KO at turn 1. We're also going to disguise this Cyclizard. No, I can't remember. I think Hyper Voice KOs this. It is Specs. Yeah, nice. And we get rid of their Rain. Fantastic for me. Swampert comes in. You're a threat. I guess I go Pori too. Unless they're like Superpower. Yeah, I easily leave this. I'm going to recover. Their Hammer Arm. Interesting. Thankfully I recovered here. And I'm going to Toxic whatever wants to come in. Preferably, I was hoping for Dodonzo or Volcarona. That's not bad for me. Now, I don't really have a Spadef wall to swap into. Is Arsaluna good? Yeah, Arsaluna is good, right? Because I can just Trick Room here. I'll recover once. Scout for Specs. Burn kind of hurts. Now, is there anything I don't value? I guess I don't value Cyclizard too much. Don't burn. Don't burn. Ah! Burn sucks. If I didn't burn, Outrage would easily kill here. I guess that's fine. No, this is fine because I get in Ditto. I mean, Porygon too. I am Water Absorb and I'm going to get a free Trick Room here. Oh, you're not Specs. That's okay. We get free Trick Room. I'm going to Toxic you. I am very scared of you. I feel like the bear can do a lot here. Not Trick Room. Teleport. Are they like Rest? I think they're Rest. So I want to do here. I fake them out. Waste a turn. They're Rocky Helmet. Yeah, they're definitely Rest, right? Now this turn they're going to Rest. And on that turn we go into Zoroark and swap them. No, they wave crashed. That's quite bad for me. Or is it actually? Because they die to Toxic right now. So we'll fake out again. Just do not let them rest up here. Now, Walking Wake is kind of scary. I guess if I get my Trick Room up with Porygon 2, I win, right? Return chip there is pretty good. They miss Hurricane. Excellent. Oh. Hello, Blunder Policy. That's a cool set. Now the question is, do I value my Arsaluna at all in this game? I lose... I have to get Trick Room up. I think I value Ditto. Yeah, I think I just... this is tough. I guess I don't value Arsaluna because I think Ditto and this can win the game. Wow, that tanked. That's crazy. I think I'll just copy this right now and like start clicking Dragon Pulse. I'm not sure. Do I just lose to Barraskewda then? It's not max speed, right? Or I mean, Barraskewda always runs Adamant, I'm pretty sure. It's Swim Swim. I feel like plus speed is overkill. So I think this game is mine. Yeah, they end up leaving. Worst case here, they hit me. Yeah, I go into Ditto, copy them. If they're Draco Meteor, that's a lot harder for me, because then I think I have to rely on Hurricane not missing a few turns. But if they swap here, obviously Fasai gets a KO. I mean, even on Swampert, this is crazy powerful. Yeah, they steam here. I copy with Ditto. Yes, they're Pulse. Excellent. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Obviously this goes down. Swampert probably lives too, if I'm being honest. But I think that's fine. Earthquake does a lot. It does put it in Fake Out range. I think I'm literally relying on Barraskewda being Adamant here. I think that's the only way I can win the game. Now I'm pretty sure it's Adamant. And I think we sack Porygon 2 here just on some like crazy off chance that this is like banded, it's Life Orb. Yeah, this has to be Adamant, right? Please be Adamant. No! Yes! Okay, I saw the game skip to end, so I thought I lost, but they were Jet and it was not enough to kill me, so we'll take that victory. Pretty close game, actually. A lot closer than I would have hoped for, especially considering we got the jump on the Pelipper turn 1. I thought that would have been a much bigger advantage to me, but my opponent played really well to bring that back. So let's pause there and look from their game. We're up against Mono Poison. This is a matchup I really, really, really hate for my team. No, I think the Bear is absolutely crucial to win here, though I'm very scared of what they can throw my way. I kind of want to open up Cyclizard and just click Banded Outrage turn 1. And we're going to disguise, I think, Zoroark as the Bear. They open up Iron Moth. I'm just going to Outrage. Turn 1. I know they could easily go into Weezing here and eat it. That's fine. If I can get rid of Iron Moth, that's fantastic for me. Just reducing numbers at all against this team is really good. Sludge Wave. Oh, that crit, I think, mattered. That really sucks for me. I guess here I can start using the Bear. So Trick Room into Teleport, maybe, is the play here. Clodsire comes in. Do you want to try Toxic me? I'm going to Teleport here. In fact, if they're Toxic Spikes, I think I just lose. Toxic, that's fine. My Bear sets up here. I'm going to Swords Dance because I think in order to Oko Weezing with Facade, I think I do need +2. This is fine. If you give me this, it makes the Bear so much stronger. I can click like Headlong Rush many, many times later in the game. Nice. The early crit still matters, I think. Also, are you like Fake Out Sneasler? If they take Sneasler in right now, I think they're Fake Out. If they don't, I think I'm okay just to click. I almost want to click Facade again. I know it's not super effective, but I mean, nothing's going to live at 1248 attack, 140 base stab move. Like, that's just obscenely strong. Also, in case something's on a balloon, like maybe the Muck's on a balloon. Even the Sneasler could be on a balloon for all I know. Either way, taking care of Weezing here is big. Still sad about Cyclizard. I'm kind of curious if crit mattered. Maybe it didn't. I guess it depends on the Iron Moth set. If it's Choice Specs, it definitely did not matter. Iron Moth If it's like heavy duty boots, which maybe it was, or offensive utility, sludge wave. If it wasn't specs, the crit mattered. And outrage would have killed back, so yeah, that sucks. I'm facading you here. You are deader than dead. Obviously, I swap out here. I need this thing to be alive. I need to trick him back into this later and just start tricking Facade again. Lopunny's okay actually here, and so is Zoroark. Ditto is kind of I'm like on the fence about it. Now, of course, things could go very wrong against something like Sneasler. We'll go Ditto here. Fire Blast. That's probably specs damage, if I'm being honest. We can check. Oops, not the avatars. Just in case anyone's ever asking, how do I get my avatars? You can do it here on this website. Pokemon Showdown Trainer Sprites. Big, huge list of them here. That's how I change my sprites. And what you do is /avatar. And then you type in whatever the code is here, like Expert Gen 6. And that's how I get these like kind of custom avatars that you won't find over here in the change avatar box. Just in case anyone's ever curious, I get a few questions about that sometimes. Either way, where's my calculator? Here it is. So, Iron Moth versus Iron Moth. Oops, I can't. Ditto. I'm too lazy to do this calc. I'm going to discharge. Okay, they Fire Blast. I think I get in 42 again. Trick Room. Trick Room Teleport. There's nothing majorly they can do to eat this. And Facade here should start getting KOs again. I kind of want a Headlong Rush. Just on... That is specs. That is Giga specs. Did you do that much? I think I want a Facade here. Yeah, just Facade. I was kind of thinking maybe Muck lives, but I even doubt that. 624 base. Powered up with Stab. Yeah, I don't even know if this lives. I mean, this is like so powerful. 94. No. Just lived. Unfortunate. Now I can fake out here. I feel like Sneasler might win. Return KOs. I feel like Sneasler wins, right? I'm going to go into Zoroark to block a close combat. He. And I want to trick. I really, really want to trick the Muck. Yeah, I want to trick the Muck really badly. Assault Vest. I think I have to go. Oh, they pursued. Great play. Excellent play on my opponent's part. Because now close combat wins, right? Very well played. Unless for some reason return KOs, I think I needed to crit. I think return would have to crit in order to kill Sneasler. /60 defense? No, it still needs to crit. It's not super effective. Close combat should KO this. Very good play with the pursuit there. No, I just lose here, right? KO. No, 4%. I'm going to hurt myself here and see exactly how much of a roll that was. Lopunny return. Huh? How did that do so much? 96? 40 HP Sneasler? Something doesn't seem right here. That wasn't a crit, was it? Is my calc wrong here? Oh, it's not Mega Evolved yet, that's why. I was very confused. I'm like, how is this not doing this? This should be Mega Evolved. Why? Where's my option to Mega Evolve? Why am I so bad at using the crit, the calculator? Okay, let's go Mega. Hello? Why aren't you working for me? What's going on here? Maybe I need to refresh. No. Calculator broken. Okay, it doesn't matter. I was looking to hurt myself there. Let's pause and look for another. We're up next against Mono Electric. So Tapu Koko definitely going to be a threat, as well as Palmat and Iron Hands. Actually, this team is very, very scary. I do love Ursaluna here. I think I want to open up with my Cyclizard. Sorry, my Zoroark disguises Cyclizard and try and just get a Hyper Voice here. They might go for something like Dazzling Gleam or Volt Switch or something, so getting a Specs Hyper Voice here is going to be pretty strong against them. I guess Iron Hands is probably going to come in. Zapdos? Hey, I mean, I'll take damage on this. 53 is not bad. Looks to be bulky, which means this next one should KO. Because it won't outspeed. Crit there definitely did not matter. I kind of don't care that this is in. I kind of want to Hyper Voice you again anyway. They go for Double Shock. There's a lot. I could Ice Spinner on Cyclizard. I can't really Outrage. Or maybe I could just copy this. Because I kind of want to Revival Blessing. I kind of want to bring back my Zoroark. I know its disguise will be broken. That doesn't bother me too much because even still, it's a pretty good Pokemon, pretty strong Pokemon. Specs is going to do a lot to my opponent. We'll go Pori here. Actually, yeah, we'll go Pori here. I don't know if it lives Rising Voltage, if that's what it wants to go for. Ooh, Lightning Rod. Then absolutely we do. Hehehehe. I'm going to throw a Tricky Toxic here. And whatever wants to come in. Flamethrower is not going to do much. That's fine. So what I'm going to do here is actually Trick Room into my bear. I kind of want to try and like set the bear up as well. You have to U-turn here. I guess you don't have to. You could like set up screens or something, but that doesn't bother me. Rotom Wash comes in. I don't think Arsaluna actually OHKOs this. Like Rotom's pretty bulky, but doing a lot of damage to this all the same is very nice for me. 90%, pretty good. Why are you defogging away? Your own field? I'm just going to return again. This opens up Headlong Rush. Quite a bit. They lost both their ground immunities. You don't live Headlong Rush. I don't think you understand how powerful this bear is. I know Iron Hands is like basically immortal. You do live it. That's crazy. That is such a cool set. I should wait before I talk nonsense. That's a cool set. We go Zoroark here. We Hyper Voice? Specs Hyper Voice, right? Does a decent chunk. I can always bring this back actually. As long as I can copy Palmat, I can bring... This didn't kill. No. That's very bad for me. You know what? I kind of feel like Rapid Spin's a good play here. It's only 50 base, but it is stab. It is banded. And maybe now they're kind of nervous that I'm looking to outspeed them with something. Manectric comes in. That's fine. They intimidate me. I just Rapid Spin. Get a good bit of damage there. Now, Palmot's kind of scary. You scare me. I'm going to copy your Ditto and bring back my bear. Yeah, I'm assuming exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to bring something back. Probably Iron Hands. Now, do I want to try and kill this? Mach Punch is very bad for me, actually. Maybe I just want to do damage against this. 48's not bad. Ha 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 ha. They freeze me. That really sucks. That, like, giga sucks. Freeze into... Yeah. That's probably game for me. Mach Punch doesn't kill. That's nice. I don't kill this, though, do I? I have to rely on Cyclizard win. I don't think Cyclizard wins. Manectric comes in, it goes down, that's fine. See, I need Coco to be dead in order for Cyclizar to win with Outrage. I guess I do a lot to Iron Hands here. If they go Coco, I go into Porygon. Maybe if I Toxic Iron Hands, maybe I can win. Brave Bird does nothing. Yeah, I can Toxic here. And just spam Recover in their face. Don't crit. Yes. It's Recover spam time. Yeah, even here, they go in Iron Hands. Now the Quark Drive is scary. I think I have to Toxic and then maybe like Fake Out a few turns to like slowly get the chip up. Oh, that didn't do too much actually. And they've lost their Quark Drive now. I think I win. I think Porygon 2 is too hard to break. Yeah, I'm going to spam this forever and ever and ever. When I say forever, I mean 6 turns. Because that's all the PP I have left. If they Swords Dance here, different story. No, don't crit me. Please don't crit me. That's the one thing I ask of you. Don't do this to me. Yeah, I just spam Recover, right? Don't crit. Spam Recover into Fake Out. Into... I feel like they want to U-turn here back into Iron Hands to reset their chip counter, so I'm going to teleport. Because I Fake Out, they take a tiny bit of damage here. And they want their Quark Drive back too. Very good play, actually. I Fake Out into Return. Yes, delicious. This should KO. This definitely KOs. Also KOs Tapu Koko. Nice. Tough endgame. Now, obviously, they can Brave Bird here. It shouldn't be enough to break Tapu Koko. We saw that earlier. GG. Thunder Punch? That's not enough. Not when I have Cyclizard right here. And what I'm going to do is spin. Spin again, as Blunder would say. GG. Tough matchup. Tough match even. Matchup, I think, definitely in Normal's favour thanks to Arsaluna, but my opponent played very well. The Palmot was extremely scary, and the freeze on my Ditto sucked, but hey, you gotta play around those, that's just Pokemon. We have another game against Mono Normal. This one again looking pretty threatening. They have things like Mega Pidgeot, Exploud, Beware, and honestly Indeedee, all big threats to my team. This is a very offensive Mono Normal, so I'm going to have to play around this one pretty carefully. Now, thankfully, they don't have Lopunny, which is very good for me. And I think I just open up with Cyclizard, and again, I try and get an early Outrage KO. I'm going to disguise my Zoroark as Lopunny. They open up Exploud. This is fine. I think Outrage just KOs this. Unless it's Sash. It's Sash lead. Great. Boom Burst will KO me. I'm quite frail. Not a great start, I will say. Not a great start. I can Fake Out here. Oh, they block with Indeedee. Very, very well played. We always go Pori 2 on this. I worry that Expanding Force is going to do a lot. 48's pretty strong. Not going to lie. We can recover a few times. Maybe twice. They go into Exploud here. They're scrappy, right? I think they're scrappy. I'll Toxic. Boom Burst doesn't do a huge amount. I like Cyclizard in theory. I like Bandit Cyclizard in theory. I just think in practice maybe it's not the most rewarding Pokemon. Oh, they trick here. Very good play. Excellent play on my opponent's part. Now, I am faster than them, which is pretty good for me. So I'm going to go Ditto here. I should live the Expanding Force just about. I can Expanding Force back. Now, they do win the trade. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. My Zoroark is faster. So is my Lopunny here. And Lopunny is very, very good in this position. Of course, Porygon 2 can eat. Honestly, so can Beware. I want to go Zoroark here. I know it's a huge risk, because if they like Darkest Lariat, I lose the game immediately. But if they try and Drain Punch here, or bulk up, I win. Ah, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I'm pretty sure I just lose the game immediately right now. Maybe Trick Room or Arsaluna can win, but it's going to be tough. Deep down I knew it was coming. I didn't want to believe, but I knew it was coming. It was, in all honesty, the obvious play. I was trying to be clever. The quick attack here. I'll go into Porygon. We're gonna try to set up my Trick Room. I think I sack Lopunny. Kind of a weird play. I don't even know if this kills. I don't think it does. We have to Swords Dance once into Facade. No, because Beware just wins. Yeah, I think Beware just wins. A shame. The Zoroark play absolutely lost me the game. Now, to be honest, it was the obvious play. They would never stay in. This is completely on me. I threw. Unless there's some weird world where Arsaluna lives, it doesn't. GG. Massive throw on my part. But well played by my opponent all the same, getting that read. We have another mono electric game. Looking pretty threatening. I don't like the fact Galvantula can get webs down, but I do like Cyclizard here. In fact, I think I want to open up a Cyclizard and just try go for an early Rapid Spin. Or even early Outrage. They have no Outrage weapons. No, maybe I keep Cyclizard healthy in that case. We'll open Lopunny. And we're going to disguise my Zoroark as Arsaluna. They go Galvantula as expected. Let's just fake out turn 1. They could go into Zapdos and get the static paralysis. That would suck for me. Okay, they try go for that, but we're going to go Pori 2 and try and Toxic something coming in. I guess Webs isn't the worst for me. I do have Trick Room Arsaluna, which is very, very strong. In fact, if I can damage the Zapdos, I think it makes my Arsaluna way, way better. Hurricane comes out, does no kind of damage. They do confuse me, unfortunately. Pretty bad. Are you like Heal Bell Lantern? I feel if you're using Lantern on this kind of team, you're probably Heal Bell. Really? I honestly feel like my RNG has been so bad this entire life. I don't know what I can do. I feel like I'm just at the mercy of RNG with so many freezes, confusions, hitting myself, missing Toxic. Maybe it's just not my day. Very unfortunate all the same. I'll recover here. I'd probably get parried. What are the chances? 30%. Technically. I can calculate that. I'm going to try and teleport into Cyclizard here. They go into Zero Aura. I honestly feel like I can't do anything. I'm expecting a full paralysis here because I managed to avoid it until now. I think I live 2 close combats. I definitely live a Plasma Fist. Confusion ended, and I finally hit the Toxic. I want to recover once, and then maybe I swap into my Ditto. Please don't be full paralysis. Okay. At least we have some good here. Let's go Ditto here. In case they try and Plasma Fist again. Like, maybe they're banded. If they close combat this turn, very well played. But I'm going to try and copy them. Okay. They go Iron Hands. What do you have? Earthquake. I think I like Earthquake here. They're Vest. Based on this set, they're definitely Vest. So if I can even get them in range of Cyclizard, it's very good for me. 51 is not bad. I feel like they go Ditto, or Zapdos, sorry, here. But just in case they don't, yeah, I just wanted that damage all the same. We can go Pori 2. I live convincingly enough. And as long as I keep Ditto healthy, I think swapping in on Zero Aura later on is always still an appropriate play. Hurricane, that's a high roll, I think. How much did it do earlier? 28, okay. It's hard to know if that's a high roll or that's just the roll it got. I guess we go Cyclizar, they probably die. I can click Outrage. That might KO it. Though this does seem to be a physically defensive Zapdos. Nice. Yeah, that's physically defensive for sure. We don't get the static para, which is really good for me. I'm okay taking a Hurricane here. I guess they roost spam, right? It was only a matter of time till I got static there. I'm not going to complain about that one. That was completely reasonable. I'll go Arsaluna and try and Facade. Even still, I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm pretty sure I lose this game convincingly enough. Hurricane does a decent chunk. That is like hella Spadef. Or hella defensive, sorry. The confusion comes out. I hit myself. It's just demoralizing at this stage. Like, I feel like I'm not playing the best. I acknowledge that, but it just hurts to get so many confusions and so many powers and stuff. It just, Now, Ditto, I don't know if Ditto can even win this. No confusion. Thank you for once, no confusion. Hyper Voice should KO there. No, Lopunny lives too, right? Lantern lives too even, sorry. I guess I'll just Hyper Voice again. I think I lose to Iron Hands here. Pretty convinced I lose to Iron Hands. We'll double return on the Zapdos. Come on, I need a high roll. 36, do 37. Do 37. I'm manifesting 37% right here. Okay. They give me Lantern, that's fine. They probably want to go Iron Hands here, I should imagine. And do I just lose to Iron Hands? They go Galvantula? I'll go Cyclizard and try spin away. Thunder shouldn't do too much. I'll spin here in case they want to get their webs up. It also breaks their sash. And I do have regen. That's really strong. 59 is really good. It's not an impossible game. Though it's not an easy game. Do I buzz here? I think I buzz because they probably have Lightning Rod Manectric. But I mean, Iron Hands wins, right? Unless for some reason they're adamant Zero Aura, they wouldn't be. It would be strange for them to be adamant Zero Aura. They go Zapdos, they roost. And then I trap them into roost with Encore. Is that the play? Trap you here. I kind of want to fake out. I want them to lose all their roost PPs while also not making contact, because if they get static, they win. I think that's the end game. If they get static, they win. Iron Hands comes out. I die to Iron Hands, right? I CC, they Drain Punch, they win. No. I needed a crit there. GG. I'm not gonna lie, they played well. The RNG sucked, but they definitely played well all the same, so we gotta take that loss, and let's look for another game. Alright, it's time for some Mono Bug. This is definitely a top tier threat right now. I think things like Buzzwole, Scizor, and Cleaver are going to be very, very tough for my team to deal with. I kind of want to open up Zoroark again, disguised as my Cyclizard, kind of a personal favorite opening of mine. But they do open up with Cleaver, which is not good for me. I think I gotta keep this healthy. And I expect them to try and Stone Axe here. Swarm? Why in the world are you not Sharpness? I don't think there's any excuse not to be Sharpness here. However, that said, Porygon 2 is... Sorry, Scizor is still a huge threat to my team. I'm gonna try and teleport here into my Ursaluna. I don't think Headlong Rush kills. But if I can copy this afterwards, it's honestly pretty good. I don't think Bullet Punch KOs me. Just about survive, and Headlong Rush should do, yeah, a decent chunk. That is not bad. Honestly, all I have to do is copy Cleaver or Volcarona, and I think I pretty much win. We're going to BP here. I would love to Aerial Ace, but I have to BP. Actually, do I just lose to Buzzwole here? Arachnid comes out. We'll go Pori? No, we go Cyclizard and try to spin away their rocks. Look what they did a lot. Yeah, we spin away the rocks. Into Lopunny. I am scared of Buzzwole. I'm just waiting for them to go into Volcarona and give me the game. I guess technically Cleaver is a huge threat too. Maybe I should have outraged. Yeah, Mega comes in. We'll get him Pori. We'll recover spam a bit. Actually, do I Toxic? I Toxic first. I don't think they can do it KO me. Unless they're Lorb. Nice. And the funnier thing is we're actually getting speed boost here, so technically we're going to outspeed Cleaver, Buzzwole, and Volcarona soon. Allowing me to Toxic them too. No flinch there is fantastic for me. I think it just has to be a Ditto endgame. Yeah, I'll recover one more time. And then teleport. If they stay in. So if I teleport right now... Yeah, I get max speed boost. I copy them, eat the Air Slash. Get the full speed boost, right? Is that how it works? Oh, I didn't speed boost this turn. Okay, I'm going back to Pori 2. I wasn't sure how that works. I guess it's strange to me because it is the end of Ditto's turn. So I feel I should get the speed boost too. Buzzwole's a threat, but it can't click a fighting move against me. Not as long as I have a Ditto and a Zoroark, right? I think I... Do a Trick Room? Was that a misplay? It was a misplay, because it was a misclick. I meant to click Teleport. Teleport into my Ditto to copy this. But I guess Toxicking something here isn't a bad play. Unfortunately, I'm speed boost. So I'm getting faster. But this does let me scout if this is Scarf or not. It is not Scarf. Good to know. I'll go Zoroark? I don't know what the play here is. I sack Pori, right? I Toxic this. Put everything on a timer. And then Lopunny can just keep clapping. Well, I am faster than you right now. Which is pretty good for me. Yeah, I think I just copy Cleaver and win. And assuming Stone Axe hits. Definitely a messy game. I can tell how tired I'm getting just by how badly I'm playing right now. I don't Trick Room yet. I think I Toxic in case for some weird reason they swap into Cleaver here. Recover once. This thing is a threat. This is such a bad play, but I'm going to go Zoroark this turn. And the reason I'm saying it's a bad play is because this is the one turn they suddenly changed to like Darkest Lariat or something. Nice. That's good for me. Flamethrower is fine. I outspeed you. You're dead. They can't necessarily set up Volcarona for free. Because if they do, you're just giving me free Ditto setup. Which should win the game. Also, I'm pretty sure Flamethrower does quite a decent chunk. I don't think that miss mattered. I really don't. Because worst case, this fainted. I miss Ditto Flare Blast. I go into Lopunny. Did you say it back? No, they said you too. To be fair, they said you too. I was going to say you didn't say it back, but they did, so. Okay. Pretty nice game. A bit messy towards the end. I think, yeah, clicking Trick Room here on Porygon 2 definitely wasn't the play. I'm getting very tired. I should probably wrap this up soon, but I want to try to get one more. Alrighty, another more nano-normal team. Honestly, I really hate this matchup, mainly because Lopunny is so central to the matchup, and if you lose that or play it badly, I feel like you just lose the matchup entirely. I think I want to open up Cyclizard, but I'm kind of scared they open up with Lopunny. And they definitely have better Lopunny answers than I do. They have Staraptor. I don't. And for that reason alone, it's pretty bad for me. I guess I open up Cyclizard. I disguise Porygon 2 as Zoroark. Yeah. I don't think you're actually Lopunny. I think you're Zoroark. And for that reason, I'm going to click... Oh no. It's actually Lopunny. Okay, I copy a Ditto. Close combat here. They have so many swap-ins though. They have Weird Ear and Staraptor. I guess Staraptor's not too much of a swap-in because Scrappy doesn't work on me. Yeah, it's definitely not a swap-in. That's for sure. They could fake me out here. That's fine. I'm going to stay in. I want to close combat you again. I think as long as I never take in mine, or even if I do, my Porygon 2 has to be healthy to be able to eat a close combat and Trick Room back. Even if you're Scarf, it doesn't matter. They take in their Lopunny here. I feel like Zoroark's the biggest link. The U-turn, fine by me. I kind of want to trick this. I kind of want to trick you and try get in my Porygon 2 afterwards. Oh, it's Earth Power. Interesting. Not to worry. This is either a major misplay or I'm fine. I get in my Arsaluna. I think I Swords Dance once. They could they Trick Room here. That makes sense. But I killed their Ditto, which opens up my Lopunny for game. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. I've taken my Ditto, I copy with close combat, and I win. Weird Ear gets 2-hit KO'd, easily. It can't outspeed me. Their Lopunny comes back in, I go into my Pori 2. I Toxic here on the Porygon Z. Because you can't Z-convert, because if you Z-convert, I copy a Ditto. I'll recover. I go into my Lopunny, right? Mega Evolve close combat. And that's game. Because they can't Encore me here. I copy. I always outspeed. Close combat. I win. I hate that matchup so much. It literally all comes down to how do you copy your opponent's Lopunny. They have answers to my Lopunny. I didn't have answers to theirs. They had Staraptor and Weird Ear, which are pretty good answers, all things considered. I had Porygon 2, and even then, it's questionable if that's really an answer. I'm happy how it turned out. I think I know, just sheer experience of this matchup, how to play it, is just don't lose your Lopunnies. And with that, we're going to pause right there. So that is going to be it from Mono Normal. I will admit, looking back at the video, or looking back at some of the matches I did, I definitely was tired, maybe a bit burnt out from playing so much Showdown this week, and Overall, it's not the best type. I definitely misplayed some games, but hey, you know what? It's a learning experience all the same. These videos I do because I'm passionate about. Hopefully you enjoy watching them, and it does help me improve as a player. And I think overall, if I can help improve the general populace watching this, I can help improve the standard of the monotype format, and that'd be great to see new players get into the game, and just players get better at the game itself. It makes me, or helps me improve as well, all this, along the way. So that out of the way, Mononormal is still a fun type. Definitely didn't go for, the tried and true defensive core normal with the bird and the offensive core. I wanted to try something different. Did it pay off? Yeah, kind of. I got some good wins. I got some good matches. And overall, I think it was fun to show off something different. So with that out of the way, if you enjoyed, definitely feel free to leave a like or a comment or even subscribing if you like my content. I'm getting close to 1k. It'd be great to see me get 1k by the end of the year. It is my goal. I've been doing this for about 3 years now, so a long time. It's been a tough climb, but I've enjoyed every second of it. So if you do too, definitely feel free to help me out. It means a lot to me as a small creator. With that out of the way, I'll catch you next time, everyone. Take care and have a great day.